Hello there and welcome to my channel. I'm so happy you're here. My name is Manu and today I'm going to be guiding you through a 20-minute quick Vinyasa flow, very strong practice. So make sure you're already warmed up and let's get started. Enjoy! Come to standing on top of your mat in your mountain pose. Open your palms to the front, dropping your shoulder blades gently down. Draw your chin ever so slightly to the chest, very small. Just releasing the back of the skull upwards. Few deep breaths here, strong and proud stance. On your next in-breath, reach your arms up and overhead. Breathing out, swan diving forward. Put your hands next to your feet or on blocks. Lifting your head up, halfway up with the back. Then bending your knees, step or jump back into plank pose. Take 3 breaths. Strong plank. Pulling your belly button in towards your navel. Pulling your heels back and away from you. Then either drop your knees down to the floor or come down with straight legs, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Optional extra push-up here. Into downward facing dog, 3 deep breaths. Pulling your sit bones up to the ceiling, heels down into the ground, dropping your head. Shift the weight into the left foot, lift the right foot up parallel. Kicking through that right heel, point the foot, pull the knee into the chest, roll the weight forward, hover for a moment. And step your right foot between your hands. Come up onto your fingertips and then reach your hands onto your knees. Onto your right knee, pressing down into the knee. Lifting your ribcage up and away while your hips sink forward and down. Float your arms up. Drop your left knee to the floor. Keep your left foot tucked under now. Reach your arms up. Flip the palms and swim your arms back behind you. Clasping your hands together. Straighten your elbows. Roll your shoulder blades together. Lift your face to the ceiling. And start to arch back. Sinking your hips even further down. Drop your head back only if it feels okay for your neck. Slowly unwind. Unclasp the hands, swim them back up. Straighten through your left knee, strong warrior 1 pose. Now pushing through the ball of the left foot, start to reach your torso forward on a diagonal. Bringing your arms down, put your fingertips on the floor, behind your foot and start to straighten your right knee. Long, straight back. Lengthening the back of your neck, dropping your left hip gently forward and down so your both hips are even. Now drop the left heel down to the floor, shift your hips a little bit back. Keep your right hand where it is, crawl your left fingertips forward to come all the way up. Reaching up to the ceiling, big, strong triangle pose. Look down at your right hands with your legs completely strong and straight. Bring your torso up. Then bend your right knee into a strong warrior two. Right thigh is parallel to the floor. Left outside of your foot is pressing down into the floor. Arms reaching out of the sockets. Ribs lifting up and away from the hips. Hips sinking a little bit deeper. Now straighten your front knee. Reach your right hand forward. Come back into triangle. Then slip your right hand on the inside of your right foot. Start bending the right knee. Reach the left arm overhead. Windmilling that arm down. Lift your left heel. Step the right foot hand over the foot. Step the right foot back into plank. Chaturanga down. Upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. Shift the weight into the right foot, lift the left foot flexed. Hips stay parallel. Right heel reaching down into the floor. Bend the left knee. Bring it into the chest, roll the weight forward. Step the foot between the hands. First come onto your fingertips, reaching your sternum forward. Then walk your hands one by one onto your knee, pressing down into the knee to bring the weight of the torso up. Hips are sinking down. Strong position. Float your arms up. Bring your right knee down to the floor. Then flip your palms. Dive your arms behind you. Clasp the hands together and see if you can have the other thumb on top here, straightening through the elbows. Roll your shoulder blades together. Lift your chest up and gently bend back. Keep sliding your hips forward. Then unraveling the back, unclasping your arms. Swim them back up. Straighten your right knee. Strong warrior one pose. And start to reach forward with your torso diagonally, pushing down into the right ball of your foot, bringing your hands down to the floor and gently straightening the left knee as much as you can. If it doesn't straighten all the way, it's okay. Keep your back long. Pushing down through the ball of your right foot, lengthening the back of your neck. Now drop your right heel down. Place your left hand on top of your ankle. Walk your right fingertips forward to reach them all the way up and out. Coming into your strong triangle pose. Reaching the fingertips up. Now look down at your left hand, keeping the legs strong and straight. Lift your torso up. Arms are long out to the sides. Then bend your left knee. Come down into a strong warrior two pose. Left thigh parallel to the floor. Right outside of the foot pressing down into the floor. Arms pulling out and away from each other. Straightening through your left knee. Reach your left arm forward, come back into your triangle. Now slip your left hand inside your left foot. Start bending the left knee and reach your right arm all the way up overhead. Dropping your hips down lower. Keep bringing that right arm down. Lift your right heel. Step the left hand over the foot and bring the foot back into plank. Chaturanga down. Upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog. Pushing your sit bones up and away from the heels, pressing the heels down into the floor. Lower ribs hugging in, shoulders sliding down the back. Looking up at your hands. Step or jump back. Coming halfway up, rounding down. Bending your knees to roll all the way up. Stand proud, top of your mat. Palms of your hands facing forward. Breathing in, reaching your arms up. Swan diving down on your out breath. Breathing in, halfway up. Out, step or jump back into your plank. Chaturanga down. Upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog. Right away, lifting your right foot off the floor. Pointing your foot, opening the hip up. Keep reaching down your right armpit. Weight is even in both hands. Drop the right foot. Start reaching it for the floor. Coming into your wild thing. Circling your right hand, opening your chest. Gently come back the same way you came in. Stick your right foot up to the ceiling. Then pull your knee into your chest. Roll the weight forward. Step your foot between your hands. Come into warrior one. Bring your hands into prayer in front of the chest. Twisting over to the right. Put the left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Press down into the right hand, twisting your spine. Gently untwisting, reaching your arms up. Now opening into warrior two, dropping the outside of your left foot down to the floor. Long, strong arms. Straightening through the front knee. Reaching your right arm forward. Place it on top of your ankle. Triangle pose. Look down at the floor. Bring both hands next to your foot. Lift through the left heel. Bend your right leg. walk your hands a little bit more forward. Step into half moon pose. Starting with the left leg parallel, opening the hip. Keep the foot flexed and open the left arm to the ceiling. Balancing here either on your fingertips or on a block. If it's easy and you want to keep going, lift your right hand off the floor. If you still want to keep going, start to look over to the left, maybe up at your left hand. Gently bring your hands back down, bend your knee, step back into a lunge. Step your foot back into plank, chaturanga down, upward facing dog, into downward facing dog. Lifting your left foot off this time, opening the hip, pointing the foot. Keep your left armpit reaching down. Then drop the left foot. Start reaching it to the floor. Shift weight onto your right hand and come into your wild thing, circling the left arm all the way overhead. Open your chest. Coming back. Stick your left toes up to the ceiling. Then bring your knee into the chest. Roll the weight forward. Step the foot between the hands. Come into your warrior one. Bring your hands into prayer in front of the chest. Twist over to the left. Right elbow outside of left knee. Press down into your left hand. Twist, twist, twist. Gently untwisting. Float your arms up. Then open your whole torso and drop your right knee into the floor to come into warrior two. Straighten through the front knee. Reach your left hand forward, forward, forward. Let it come down on top of your ankle. Reaching the right arm up. Twisting your torso. Bring your right hand down. Frame your foot with your hands. Come onto the ball of the right foot. Bend the left knee a little bit and walk your hands forward. Then step straight into your half moon pose, lifting the right leg up, starting with the leg parallel, opening the right hip, then open the right hand to the ceiling. Maybe lifting off the left hand, balancing, maybe even looking up at your right hand. Gently bringing both hands back down. Bend your left leg to come back into a lunge. Step your foot back into plank. Chaturanga down. Upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Looking up at your hands. Step or jump back. Come halfway up. Rounding down. Bend your knees, slowly roll up. Head comes up last, open your hands. Standing strong and proud. Bring your hands to prayer in front of your chest. Bow your head down. Thank yourself for this quick flow. And have a beautiful day.